Mistakes are made by everyone in life, and today we're going to talk about one of my biggest mistakes that I made for a good few years, I would say. Let me explain. So, there's two people. One's Timmy and one's Layla, right? Two people. Timmy grows up a very rough life, maybe an orphan, who knows. He's been abused, he's been whatever, you name it, he's had this bad life, right? And Layla has had a pretty good life. Both parents in the picture, stable home environment, all the good stuff. She's fed, she's clothed, whatever, right? Two people. Now, if I were to ask you who had more pain in their life, I think most of us would say Timothy, or Tim, whatever name I've given him, right? Yeah, from the outside looking in, he is the one that's had the more pain, right? Now that might just seem like common logic, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm Timothy by any chance, but I was that person in my friend group or the people I surrounded myself with that kind of looked like Timothy in a way. And I would always compare my pain to other people, right? When I was younger, it'd be like, well, you know, my friends would complain about something. I'd be like, what are you even talking about? That's not even that bad. And I'd always kind of belittle their pain in a way of like, oh, it's not that big a deal. And it's bad because, again, if we are looking into Timothy and Layla's life, we know that Timothy's life is filled with more pain. But the person who doesn't know that is Layla. Layla doesn't know. Because the worst thing that's happened to Layla is maybe her dad said no to go get ice cream, right? Now, to us, or to most people, that doesn't seem that bad. But to Layla, this might be the worst thing that's ever happened. So, on her pain scale of 10, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to her. And we can't judge her pain because we're looking in to people and their lives. If you go through more pain than the average person, the likelihood of you being more resilient to things that are less so is going to be higher, right? So those things don't bring you pain or as much as the average person does, right? It's like a fighter, right? If you punch someone that's not a fighter in the face, they're going to feel pain. If you punch an actual fighter in the face, yeah, it's going to hurt, but nowhere near as much because they're so used to it. Anyway, for a lot of my life, I would compare pain and belittle other people's pain because to me, that wasn't that pain. It wasn't that painful. And it was only when I put in perspective someone else's pain that I realised that what I was doing was actually not really nice. I didn't realise what I was doing at the time as a kid. I just was being a kid, I guess. You know, having someone tell me something that probably upset them, and I was like, oh, alright, it's not that bad. But yeah, to them it was, right? And I luckily never lost a friend over it or got into any arguments over it. But I think it's me being more observant now as an adult, understanding that people go through pain that you don't even register on your radar, right? So just because it doesn't upset you doesn't mean it can't upset someone else. I think it's a good way to look on things, right? Because some people might look at a situation and go, why does that person get angry? Why does that person get upset over these things? And it is good for you if you see that happen to step back and think, well, why are they so upset? Why are they so angry about that, right? And it might be because it's quite a big deal to them, right? A lot of the times, I'll get happy over quite small things being done for me, and I've noticed this probably in the last few years that, say someone would do something for me or give me something or whatever, I'd get really happy, and the person doing that thing would be like, well, it's not that deep. But to me it is. It makes me happy. Whatever they've done, it shows bigger. Um, I have a lot of appreciation for that thing. And they also look at me like I'm crazy because it's like, why are you so happy over this little thing? But to me, it ain't a little thing, you know. And I guess it's kind of weird. It's like the roles flip, right? Then it's like it's not a big deal, and I'm saying yeah, it is a big deal. And I think that might be another reason why I've noticed it. Definitely when I got older, I talk about this mistake because it is something that I wish I would have understood earlier. But I think as a kid, you're not really thinking too much about what someone else is thinking in their head. So you sort of brush it over. But I'm glad I come to the conclusion and understanding now when I've gotten older. And yeah. So next time you see someone show a strong emotion to anything, take a step back and try to think why they are showing a strong emotion to something. And never belittle people's problems, because to you it might not be that big a problem, but to them it might be their 10 out of 10 pain scale. So yeah, that's all I've got today, guys. One of my many mistakes, not seeing someone's pain through their eyes, right? I think it's very important to try and be in someone else's shoes and try to understand why they're so upset or angry about something. So yeah, that's everything. Bye guys.